what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to top 10 times Britain copied America, but failed probably. I'm going to assume this is to do with TV, so like programs, TV series, all that sort of stuff. And to be fair, it has happened the opposite way around. I know, not to say that it failed, because it didn't, but The Office was a series that initially was from the UK, and then the US office just took over. I think Ricky Gervais still wrote in that one somewhat, I think, and he maybe appeared in it a couple of times. I've watched parts of The Office, the US version, and I love it. I've not watched it through though, so I'm not someone who could talk a lot and understand and say stuff about it, but I think that's the case. Other examples, I can't really think, but I assume there's probably quite a few. But yeah, in terms of the US making shows and then the UK making them, or Britain making them, I feel like that's a lot rarer, because if there's a massive show in the US, it will just come to the UK and we'll just watch it there. That's pretty much how it is, as opposed to big shows in the UK don't really translate to the US, other than maybe certain ones like Doctor Who and stuff. I don't know why, or Sherlock maybe. I don't know why certain ones like that do work, but yeah, we're going to see maybe some shows that I grew up on, or shows that I've seen that I didn't realise were actually from the US, or I didn't realise the UK actually had a version of. But yeah, we're going to check this out. Hopefully going to enjoy. Hopefully you're all doing well. Let's jump into this reaction.
It's beautiful.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're going to be counting down our picks for the top 10 times Britain copied America, but failed.
Maybe it's not TV then. I mean, it just showed KFC.
No one wants to see her embarrassed and humiliated on television. That's why they cancelled her chat show.
Yeah, nice sentence.
Williams win!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Can't beat 'em, copy 'em, or at least try. For this list, we'll be looking at the times the UK...
Okay, yeah, it is just literally just random things. It's not just TV. Okay, this could be a bit more interesting then.
Took its cues from its younger cousins across the pond to mostly unflattering results. This is just one instance where we should realise we do things our way and excel at it.
Here we go.
Number 10, Black Friday.
Well, when was this video made? Just so I can understand. 4 years ago. We do have Black Friday here. I don't think it will ever be as big as the US, because it's like the US financially is just so much more well off. But we have Black Friday here. So I mean, have we failed it? Nah. Is it as good? Probably not. But at the same time, is Black Friday now mainly online? Yes. So
Retailers say Black Friday is a success.
Since the Black Friday trend began in the US, there's been hundreds of injuries reported, and even deaths have hit double figures as shoppers scramble to buy things they don't really need at prices they can't really believe. Meanwhile, during Black Friday in the UK, you may be inconvenienced by someone knocking into your trolley with theirs at Asda.
Yeah, actually maybe when I say it like this, maybe it doesn't get... Like, I feel like in the US, genuinely shopping is like... It's like sort of... You're like, I don't know... animals fighting in the jungle. I can't really think of the phrase. The king of the jungle, you know, like you're just all fighting scrappy just to get a shirt for 10% cheaper. Obviously, maybe not that extreme at all, but those images of people actually waiting and just forcibly going into the shop, not waiting for anyone else, that probably wouldn't be the case in the UK. So from that, you know what, it probably has failed here, because that is mad.
Chic. The post-Thanksgiving tradition just hasn't caught on quite as much in Britain, with sales not having the same hoo-ha about them that they do in the States. Well, thankfully.
Anybody that was in any of those stores should be asking themselves the question, you know, what was I doing? Why was I behaving like that?
Number 9, Days Like These.
Oh, Eric Foreman, you're just the funniest person I've ever met.
No, I wouldn't go as... Yes, I am.
These sort of programs... The UK is not... I don't think the UK is very good at. I don't know, like sitcoms, I guess. I feel like that's just a very US... Like the US are very good at just doing sitcoms. I'm not really someone who watches sitcoms, but based off me thinking this is a sitcom, I feel like just, yeah, like Friends and like The Big Bang Theory. These are all programs that the US just does well. We're now going to see the UK version. It'll probably just be a bit shit.
That 70s show lasted an impressive 8 seasons and a whopping 200 episodes in the US. Its UK remake, Days Like These, lasted a measly 10 episodes, not even being successful enough to see out its first series of 13 episodes.
Wow.
Yes, but if my dad catches me nicking poos, he will kill me.
Eric, I'm willing to take that risk.
Despite having the same characters, stories, and even dialogue in most cases, the show simply never caught on with British audiences.
Wait, was that?
With most preferring...
That looks like the guy from Mighty Boosh. Maybe it's not. No, maybe
In
not.
most
Same
cases,
hair.
the show simply never caught on with British audiences, with most preferring the original. And while the American version introduced future stars such as Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, the British incarnation gave us,
Just
It wasn't that guy then.
nice sentence.
Number 8, glamorous gambling.
Oh,
The
yeah.
US has Las
That's a fair
Vegas. The UK has a couple of casinos somewhere, and Ray Winston's
I wouldn't know where people go to casinos in the UK. I don't think there's really a place. Probably somewhere in London, to be honest.
floating head on telly, giving you the latest odds for the footy, whilst conversely warning you to gamble responsibly so not to piss away your mortgage over Mo Salah hitting the bar. No wonder James Bond always does his gambling abroad.
Send the barman over, please.
Gambling may not be legal everywhere stateside, but where it does get the all clear, they go all out, with Atlantic City 2 topping anything this side of the Atlantic. Number 7, fast food.
I guess when this video was made, gambling on sports wasn't even allowed in the US. I think now it's took off and people are going to be betting their lives away, which is pretty sad because I know it ruins a lot of people's lives. But gambling on sports in the UK is massive. Like, you'll go to like betting stores and stuff, and it's the amount of money people will lose from that. And some people probably make money from it, or just on your phone. You don't even have to go to the shop, or not the shop, the store. Just do it all on your phone now. That's what's big here. But yeah, I mean, not gambling and stuff in terms of like gambling on like blackjack and all that sort of stuff. That's not something that I feel like you'll find anywhere here.
Obesity is an ever-growing...
Well, fast food definitely has succeeded here. What do you mean?
7, fast food. Obesity is an ever-growing problem in the US, and with their variety
And
of
the
fast
UK.
food on offer, you can see why. Whilst McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, and the like have caught on in the UK, their menus are limited compared to their American counterparts. And while we may now have Subway and even Taco Bell,
We've had Subway for ages. We've had Subway for years. Taco Bell's it's not many, and there's one opening up in my city. I don't know when it's opening up. There's also a Wingstop opening up, apparently, which I'm actually quite excited for, because I feel like that place is seen as quite good. We've got Five Guys in my city, and I'm not in a major city, so I mean, it's succeeded here for sure. And you look at the people. There's an obesity problem in the UK as well.
we're still lacking the likes of Popeye's Chicken and White Castle. The UK has some of its own offerings, but can't
Right.
help but posh it up.
This definitely is not fast food, man. Pret is not fast food whatsoever. It's just a very overpriced, stuck-up shop, which I happen to like some of the food there, I will say, but it is a stuck-up shop.
But can't help but posh it up with the likes of Pret-a-Manger.
Overpriced as hell.
Holy's. Number 6, theme parks.
Well,
It's not just the casinos,
we'll see.
burgers, and waistlines that are bigger in the US, it's the roller coasters too. Size isn't everything, the less endowed may cry, but it's also safe to say that Thorpe Park doesn't quite live up to the magic of Disney World. If we're
I
being
bet.
honest, even Epcot tops Chessington World of Adventures. But then, America is more spacious than Britain, allowing their amusement parks to be bigger and better.
I mean, I'm not really a fan of theme parks in terms of going on rides and stuff. It's just not what I like. These sorts of places in the US, like Disneyland and Disney World and all these places that you have, Universal Studios and stuff, it seems to be more than just the rides. It's like the full experience of just seeing all this stuff. You sort of feel like you're in the actual world, as opposed to the UK where you just got theme parks, roller coasters and stuff. You've not really got these fantasy worlds. So yeah, the US definitely takes us on that.
Fact, the Disney World car park dwarfs most, if not all, British theme parks in mass.
What?
Number 5, roasting celebrities.
Oh, Bill.
all your friends are either dead or they hate you. To be fair, I'm a little of column A and a little of column B.
Damn.
In the US, we've seen celebrities the likes of Justin Bieber and Bruce Willis get roasted. In the UK, we've had Chris Tarrant and Davina McCall. It wasn't just the American roasty offerings where the British take was topped for star power, it was every department.
No one wants to see her embarrassed and humiliated on television. That's why they cancelled her chat show.
As good a host as Jimmy Carr is, he doesn't have the same level of international recognition of, say, Seth Rogen or Kevin Hart.
Seth Rogen? Really? Is he a good comedian? I mean, this is one of those things that probably would do well in the UK, unless maybe they did do it and it didn't succeed. But, yeah, I mean, not roasting celebrities, okay. Although I'm surprised, I feel like Brits are quite good at, like, taking the piss out of each other. So I am surprised by this.
Then you have the roasters. It's just no contest between Will Ferrell and Snoop Dogg compared to Keith Lemon and Chris Moyles.
Fair.
She'd heard there was a big eviction going on.
Number 4, televised debates. Televised political debates have been an American tradition since the 1960s.
Really?
All part of turning
Damn.
presidential campaigns into entertainment.
You have to ask yourself at home, why won't David Cameron act on those hedge funds?
The UK joined the fray in 2010, then half-arsed them.
When I see this guy, he always makes me laugh. It's just the memes around him. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did we have debates for the recent election? So I think we must have had them. But the US, it's like the whole sort of thing around the debates is huge. Like people really are invested in the debates within the US presidential elections, which is fair enough because you're really seeing the two people that are competing to be president sort of arguing their cases and stuff. So I don't really know why it wouldn't have taken off here, but maybe we do it a different way. I can't speak on it because I don't really know what we do.
Ever since, Britain's politicians, of course, don't have quite as big personalities as their American contemporaries. If Theresa May hadn't turned down Jeremy Corbyn for a debate back in 2019, it probably wouldn't have had all the drama and pomp that Trump versus Hillary had anyhow.
Donald supported the invasion of Iraq.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
Wrong.
proved
Wrong.
over and over again.
Wrong.
He actually advocated for the actions we took in Libya.
Perhaps we could spice up the format and have them battle it out in Thunderdome.
Although, also, there's so many different people here. Why is there so many people? It's not like all these people are gonna become prime minister. There's probably two of them that actually have a genuine chance of becoming prime minister. So why is there so many people?
Number 3, 1990s pop punk. Britain invented genuine punk, then America turned it into brightly coloured skater punk. And then the UK turned Green Day into McFly and Busted. Outside of that, there's not too many you probably would have heard of. Whereas the US had groups like Blink-182 and The Offspring and countless more that helped supply the soundtrack of many a teen's upbringing and for many American Pie movies. The American pop-punk bands were cool, which isn't an adjective you would find sharing a sentence with McFly and Busted. Number 2, the late night talk show.
Williams wins!
Late night talk shows are ratings juggernauts in the US, seeing
God, the US love talk shows, don't they? They're absolutely adored.
runs that last for years and potentially even decades. These include the likes of Jimmy Kimmel Live and The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Hell, even Blighty's own James Corden has got in on the act in the States with The Late Late Show with James.
That show was huge as well. Like, how? I'm so baffled. Like, we have one, I forgot who it is, which is how big it is over here. Graham Norton. He's had quite a lot of celebrities, to be fair. He's done quite well. But other than him, I don't think we really have anyone.
Gordon.
Hello, everyone. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, look, Andy Richter's got his own show.
But how did he get such a big show? I don't understand. Was he known in the US before? Because he was known in the UK. He was in a pretty big series here, and probably a few. So he was known. And I think he was quite liked before, and then he became hated. But how did he get such a big show in the US? I don't really understand how it even happened. But...
Welcome to the Late Late Show, everybody.
The Nightly Show was Britain's answer to those, featuring a rotating slate of hosts from David Walliams to John Bishop. It didn't manage to pull in enough viewers for a second series.
Don't look at Twitter, okay? Next week. Because I will be slagging you off.
Number 1, cartoons aimed at adults.
Yeah, the US is absolutely smashed with like cartoons and stuff. I mean, I feel like everyone grows up on US cartoons. And it says aimed at adults. I think just cartoons in general. I mean, maybe stuff like anime and all that, like that's very popular, but I've never really been into anime, so I can't speak on that. But in terms of what I grew up on, cartoons on Cartoon Network, and then adult cartoons like The Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, all these different cartoons. I feel like everyone in the UK would watch. I can't think of one British cartoon. Not one.
He's a bug! My boy's a bug! Damn you! A bug!
The US have given the world adult cartoons that are not only some of the greatest animated series of all time, but some of the greatest series ever. Period. While the likes of The Simpsons and South Park have arguably passed their prime, they reached unparalleled success in their heydays.
What do you say, Peter?
Yeah, it could be fun.
And that's not even to mention the likes of Family Guy, Archer, Rick and Morty, or even the Flintstones. Britain's response was Channel 4's Full English, which lasted one series and panned by critics and audiences alike for its
Oh, is this it? This is what they're talking about.
poor humour and animation. But hey, at least we're better at everything else, right?
It's beautiful.
Oh my god. Just based off that, this is absolute dog shit. He sounds like Gollum. Why did he sound like Gollum?
It's beautiful.
What the fuck? Oh man, you don't want White Castle, damn. They've done it worse with our shows. I mean, fair enough. British talk shows are better, they're nowhere near as fake. Let me see British talk shows. Actually, let me just search it here. British talk shows. There's Graham Norton, right? His one's quite big. Oh yeah, also he is British, isn't he? But I mean, I guess like Stephen Colbert.
Welcome.
Like what? Why? Wait, is he British?
One and all in here, out there, all around the world to the Late
He's
Show.
not even British. What am I on about? Is he? Wait, I'm so confused. Stephen. No, he's American. I'm dumb. I don't know why I thought he was British. But there's some others, surely. So you got who's the O'Brien guy?
Welcome.
What's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. First, let's just look at this, because how many subscribers has he got? 5 million. That's quite good. Obviously, it's not just judged off YouTube. But he's quite big, and he does get a lot of US actors and stars and stuff, like celebrities. So to be fair, I feel like this is the one that I could say the UK's done quite well on. But other than that, no, like, the US has many more. Anyway, this doesn't matter. People probably don't care about this shit watching this reaction. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know your thoughts on it, on this sort of stuff. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.